Hey, I'm Bryan David, broker at Expect Realty here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And today we're going to tackle a question I often get from sellers, which is, how do I determine the best listing date? So, how do you determine the best listing date? Well, the very first step is determine, in a perfect world, when would you like to be out of your house, to hand keys over to the buyer to close the deal. We know we don't live in a perfect world, but that's where we got to start with planning. The next is to think about how long it's going to take to close your house. Typically, a cash offer can be in as little as 7 days. If it's conventional loan type, we're seeing 3 to 4 weeks. And if it's one of the government type loans, VA, FHA, USDA, we can maybe 4 to 6 weeks. For planning purposes, I would just recommend planning on 30 days from the time you get an accepted offer on your house to the time you close. Now remember, all the terms in the contract are always negotiable, and one that's definitely negotiable is that closing date. So if you need a little bit more time, be sure to counter back with that and try to get the terms that you're looking for. The next thing to look at is, how long will it actually be listed before you get that contract? And to do that, you need to think about, what type of sale do you want? Do you want a quick sale? Do you want an average sale? Or do you want most money sale? So a quick sale, I always recommend you price towards the bottom of the market range. That's going to be determined through the analysis, the market analysis that your agent does on the property. They should be able to tell you what the range for properties like yours price they're selling in, and also tell you about average days on market for those types of properties and how long it takes them to sell. So for a quick sale, you're going to price towards the bottom of the range, and you stick it on the market. You should have multiple offers if you priced it right, and you should have a contract within a few days. You definitely, if it's a quick sale, it should be less than 30 days. If after a couple of weeks you're not getting any kind of activity, you definitely haven't got any offers, and you want to make a price improvement, you want to make it count, and you want to make it quick so that you can get folks in there. The next type of sale, the average sale, is just that. You're going to look at the average days on market for your type of property and use that for planning purposes. As far as pricing, you're going to price right in the middle of the range, maybe just below it. And then you got most money. So some people are not concerned about moving out of their house right away. Maybe they're upsizing or downsizing, or maybe they're building a house, and they just want to get the most money that they can out of it. Well, you're going to price towards the top of the range, if not above the range. Just make sure that the market is moving up and moving in your direction. You don't want to be in that situation where you're chasing the market if you decide that you really need to get it sold now. So I like, for planning purposes, to take that average days on market and double it for a most money sale. So just keep that in mind. So that should help you determine your listing date if you take those things into consideration. Also think about your preparation of the home for listing. I often see it takes 2 to 3 times more time than sellers initially allot to get their house cleaned up. And if you're looking for a quick sale, then you definitely, you always want to make sure your house is 100% prepared and you take care of all the repairs and stuff. But for a quick sale, you probably want to look at getting a home inspector in there to make you a list of everything that you need to take care of. Because you get that quick sale, you get your contract, you don't want it to fall apart. It could definitely be devastating to your timeline. And it usually takes us about a week to prepare your listing, to get all the marketing done, to get the photos done, and make sure everything's done right, so when it does hit the market, it hits with a big splash. So that's how you determine the perfect listing date. So hey, I'm Bryan David with Expect Realty, and I just want to thank you for stopping by our video blog and checking it out. Please send me your questions. I love answering them and making these types of videos. And if you or anybody you know is in the market to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, and just give us a call, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you out.